Good evening, sir. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tanti Latifa. I'm from 11C. Uh, from 11C, Magister Management Logistics from ULBI. Today, I'm going to present Supply Chain Network Design Analyst in case study of PT Indofood Makmur Tbk. Okay, let's start it. The background is PT Indofood Sukses Makmur Tbk, commonly known as Indofood, is one of the largest food manufacturing companies in Indonesia. Indofood has a diversified product portfolio, including instant noodle, dairy products, snake food, and seasoning and beverage. It also has a significant distribution network across the country to meet the needs of its customer. Given Indonesia's geographic challenges with over 7,000 island, designing an effective supply chain network is crucial for Indofood to minimize costs and maximize customer satisfaction. Okay, in Indonesia, Indofood got several problem statement like increased demand in the eastern region of Indonesia, struggling with long lead times in distribution process, high logistic costs, limited local manufacturing capabilities. And this problem statement is make the company to consider option to optimize its supply chain network in eastern region like Papua, Maluku, and Sulawesi to improve efficiency and meet rising demand. Okay, from the lecture, we have got tasks to evaluate Indofood current supply chain network and propose an optimized design. From this task, we have the key consideration to build a new network of supply chain in the eastern, like facility location, transportation mode, cost analysis, and risk assessment. In facility location, we have to determine whether to set up a new manufacturing plant or DC in eastern region. Transportation mode, we have to choose an appropriate transportation mode for delivering products from Java, which are the centralized production, are located to the eastern region, and cost analysis to conduct a cost analysis comparing the existing network and versus the proposed optimized network. Also, we have to consideration about the risk assessment to identify potential risks and mitigation strategies in implementing the new network design. Okay, from that key indicators, we have several questions. The point is we have to decide it if we have to build a new manufacturing plant in East region, or we have to build a new distribution center in East region, and how it will affect it efficiently or not. Come on. And also we have to look about the potential risks in implementing the new supply chain design and provide strategies to mitigate these risks. Okay, let's start it. Now, the analyze. The factors should be considered is like a demand side factors. It contain about the scale of demand. We have to consider how big is the market size and growth potential, and then product demand patterns and consumption rate of the customer, uh, about the product of Indofood, and then customer and geographic distribution across the island. And as we know, Indonesian has 17,000 of island, and it spread across nation from west to east. And we have to consider about supply side factor is the availability of raw material in the eastern region. As we know that Java is centralized to produce some a lot of raw materials such as rice, and also some kind of ingredients for Indofood making a product like instant noodles, etc. And also we have to consider cost factors like logistic costs, high shipping costs across the island of Indonesia, especially to eastern regions. Capital investment, establish new manufacturing require high investment in transportation costs in supply chain. It's much higher than in the west region. Operating costs, including utilities, labor, and maintenance. And also, we have to consider geographic and infrastructure factors, like a geographic challenge in the eastern region to create it's definitely create complexities in the distribution process. Also, we have to consider the port capacity, accessibility, and connectivity because the facility of port in sea freight in Indonesia, it's quite difficult, like not like the in the Singapore or other country. And then we have to look about the accessibility of road network quality because Papua and Maluku are also challenging when we have to distribute by land route. Also, maybe we have to consider about the air freight. And then lead time consideration. Practically read product and distribution meet needs. It's time to running. Time is running out if we have to distribute the product from Java to East region. And then we have to consider also about human resources, labor availability and costs, both skilled and unskilled workforce. Next, okay, we have to look the strategy and about the benefit and challenges. Which one we have to pick about new manufacturing, about we have to establish new manufacturing plant or distribution center. The strategy we have to look about the manufacturing plant, regional hub. The benefit is a significantly reduced transportation costs and more responsive to the market demand in the eastern region. But the challenges is it's need a higher investment capital expense. We have to build infrastructure, also about the human resources, the raw materials, and any other. And it's also high risk on the availability of raw materials. And then with strategy, how about we optimize the distribution center? Like we have to build some new distribution center in several option place in eastern region like Makassar or Ambon or maybe Papua. It will the benefit it will increasing stock product at the some strategic places with minimum cost. Don't need to build plan on both location. It's definitely more efficient, but the challenges is out of stock will be definitely to be the most challenges in this option. Stock should be shipping from Java to provide demand in eastern region. Okay, how about the strategy of 3PL collaboration? The benefit, it will reduce the burden of company assets and leverage local expertise. But the challenges is control over distribution quality and variable costs may be increased. And it's uncontrollable uh, to control the stock. Okay, next. Uh, with if we look a few reason in the chapter before in the slide before, we can decide it. It is more feasible to build a new distribution center to fulfill the market demand in the eastern region of Indonesia, which is as a consideration, if we build a new manufacturing plant, it's more feasible for long term uh, with a few uh, term. If it will good if we build a new manufacturing plant, if the growth of demand increase significant, and if the transportation cost from Java uh, more lower or more cheaper. It's because the transportation cost from Java is way too expensive. But if we build a new distribution center in east region of Indonesia, it will be more visible in short term or also in long term. And it's because we can control about the lead time. The lead time will be much more control with collaboration with 3PL. and then it will be reduced cost. Also, it will be much more easier to console the product, the stock of the product particularly in eastern region. And then if we see the point of view from the multimodal transport in distribution process, we have an option between sea freight and land transportation. We use sea freight in main transportation from Java to eastern region or main hub at Makassar. So bulk shipment via sea freight. Uh, we use bulk shipment by sea freight to regional distribution center. It's also, I mean, we use sea freight because it's more efficient, cheaper from Java to new main hub at Makassar. It more why we use sea freight because it's more efficient for long distance transport for long distance shipment. And we can use land transportation to delivering product from main hub in Makassar or somewhere else to local distribution center or retailer, or it called regional distribution by road transport to major cities. We can use truck or any other land vehicle, which more efficient for short or medium distance in the same island. So if we comparing the existing network and versus the proposed network design to improve customer satisfaction, we have some related factor, and we can compare it in existing network and propose new design network. The related factor is like transportation cost. In existing network, it's higher, more expensive, way too far from market, from Java to the eastern region market. So the sea freight may be more efficient, but in long term, it will increase the transportation cost. So in proposed new design network, it will be more efficient because it's divided to several hubs, from Java to several hub, or from Java to main hub and to local DC or to retailer. So it divided to several hub, which mean the transportation cost will be divided into several part. Okay, the next related factor is lead time. In existing network, we can say it's uncertainty and long lead time because from Java to East region it needs more time to deliver, but in the proposed new design network or in DC in Makassar, for example, it can be more faster and controllable. And then the inventory cost, if we use the existing network, it will be low, or it's more efficient because it's centralized. But in the other hand, in proposed new design network, the inventory cost will be high because it's spread across several locations. But it's not, if we see the related factor, the other related factor, like stock outreach, existing network will be high, but the proposed new design network will be low. Why? It's because the new design network, it's low because it's approaching the customer. It's we get the product into the customer in the several cities in each region. So the stock will be completely controllable. And then the market penetration, the existing network is limited. Why? Because in Java, we can control how much demand in the eastern region, and we can go to market uh, much deeper because we way too far from the market. But the proposed new design network, it will be easier. Okay, because we're near the customer. And then the investment costs will be high if we use the existing cost, because we have to build a new manufacturer in Java, and we have to expand the cost transportation, which is higher, but the proposed new design will be investment cost will be low. Okay. How about the risk in implementing new supply chain design and provide strategies to mitigate this risk? Okay, let's see. There's several risks if we implementing the new supply chain design in eastern region like Makassar or Ambon or Papua. The first risk is infrastructure risk. The risk is poor road condition, congestion, limited connectivity in Papua or Maluku. The mitigation is partner will establish local logistic provider, or we call it 3PL, and then invest in build multimodal transportation capabilities, build buffer inventory for high demand products, and then leverage Indonesian sea toll route improvement, but it will be a long-term program. Okay, but it's not okay, but it's okay. We can add it as a infrastructure risk. And then the supply chain disruption risk. The risk is natural disaster, flooding, earthquake, port strikes, vessel delay. As we know, Indonesia is known as a seven ring of fire. And then the natural disaster will be potential risk in supply chain. But the mitigation is we can maintain safety stock of 40 or 5 or 40 or 30 or 45 days for critical items. And then we can develop alternative transportation routes, implement real-time tracking and visibility system, increase business continuous plan. Okay, so BCP. If we had a force major, we can use the BCP plans. Okay, and then we have a demand forecasting risk. The risk is overestimating demand leading to excess inventory and waste. But the mitigation, we can implement phase rollout starting with Sulawesi, Makassar. Use data analytic for demand sensing. Maintain flexible inventory policies. Start with proven high demand SKUs. Okay, and then we have an operational risk if we implemented a new supply chain design. The risk is about difficulty finding a qualified warehouse staff, operational inefficiency, because as we know, the Java is central of labor, of technology, of knowledge. So it will be difficult to find qualified warehouse staff and operation inefficiency. But the mitigation, we can get a partner with experienced retail providers initially, and then we can invest in staff training programs, implement warehouse management system, establish clear SOP and quality standard. We have to build a regulation to bring a qualified warehouse staff and local area. Okay, and next we have a financial risk. It's higher than expected costs, lower than projected returns. It means the mitigation, we have to conduct detailed pilot program in one location, and then we have to negotiate flexible lease terms, implement cost monitoring dashboard, and set clear go or not go decision area, because it's quite crucial in financial risk. And then we have regulatory and compliance risk, local regulation, permit, custom procedures. It also we have to consider about the risk. In Indonesia, we have several regulation. We cannot and we have to compliance at that procedure. But the mitigation is engage local legal counsel, build a relationship with local government, ensure full compliance with food safety regulation, obtain all necessary permit before operation. It's so important at the point 4 to obtain all necessary permit before operation, because we don't want once if we get an operation, and then some local uh, people, it will get angry or some of kind of that. And then the competition risk, competitor establishing presence, price wars. The price wars will be more reliable in the eastern region. It's because um, it's depending on transportation costs and etc. At like we used to say in this slide before. But the mitigation, we can leverage Indofood's strong brand recognition, focus on product quality and availability. That's why we have to build a DC and near the customer to provide the availability of product stock. And then we can build strong relationship with local retailers to gain uh, growth of demand. And then we have to offer competitive pricing while maintaining margins. Okay, let's say the summary. The summary, based on market realistic assumption for Eastern Indonesia, the proposed regional distribution center in Makassar shows strong financial feasibility. Total initial investment is low, annual cost saving 32.3% reduction, and then annual revenue increase approaching customer. Total annual benefit, controllable stock will control demand and market size. Proceed, last but not least, proceed with regional distribution center in Makassar. We have to build there in Makassar. Why? Because we can get 2-year payback and strong ROE. And then strategic location, Makassar serve as several hub of all 3 regions in Makassar, and then Ambon, and then Papua. And the Makassar it has a quite big port and as a gate to and a big gate, first gate to enter the eastern region of Indonesia. And it's why we have to build a DC in Makassar. It's because manageable risk, lower investment than manufacturing plant, scalability, can expand to manufacturing if demand justified, uh, and immediate impact, addresses current surface level issues quickly. We can solve any issue with more quick. Okay, and uh, that's the explanation about the new design of supply chain of case study PT Indofood Makmur Sentosa. Hope you enjoy it, and thank you. Good night. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.